2020 VBHS.
We hope you guys had a fantastic summer break.
We are happy to be back with you guys for Season 6 of Point of Pack News.
There are a lot of new faces, and we cannot wait for you guys to meet. Enjoy this first episode because this season is going to be the bomb diggity.
Woo!
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world's confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows your tune. Then a little voice inside you whispers. Sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a place for somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, God is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
First up for VBHS News, congratulations to the following members for the 2023-2024 School Year Student Senate.
Seniors, Ethan Downey, Natalie Downey, Destiny Galvin, Sabrina Hong, Eva Lloyd, Nana Patel, Gabby Russell, and Star Sayrath.
For juniors, we have Jasmine Cabrera, Eli Davis, Brindley Henry, Madeline Lee, Abby Shepard, Wyatt Teague, Caden Webb, and Nate Whittington.
Congratulations to the following VBHS band members who were selected by their teammates as their 2023 Band Night representatives.
For seniors, we have Candace Daniels, Emma Franklin, Bailey Smith, Nathan Moar, Gavin Moore, and Christian Woodward.
And for our juniors, we have Eliana Morton, Leah Smith, Anthony Keeter, and Patrick Smith.
Finally, for sophomores, we have Melanie Mesquita, Kayla Techner, Alex Baggett, and Alex Whitson.
We had a great Spirit Week last week here at VBHS.
Don't forget, you can DM our Instagram for your pictures and videos to be featured on our student sub-segment of our episodes each week.
Over the summer, VBHS sports were hard at work. The baseball team played in the summer league going 11-5 and also won the 2023 Sportsman Tournament. The softball team was busy playing for their travel ball league, playing all across the state.
Basketball played multiple camps over the summer, some including Harding University, Northeastern State University, and various high schools, finishing with a record of 22-1. Bet no other team did that. Volleyball had 3-hour summer practices. Those practices included running, then they worked on individual positions, and scrimmaged twice a week. They went to multiple camps, including a week-long camp in Branson, winning most of the games they played.
The football team had their season opener against Alma, winning 51-28. Bryce Perkins threw for 328 yards and 5 touchdowns, and 8 rushes with 68 yards and 1 touchdown.
During summer, cross-country was hard at work, putting in mile after mile, with some miles running up to 30 miles.
Welcome to this week's sports with
D. Braz
and P. Pizzle. Monday, golf played at Ben Guerin while the lady volleyball team traveled.
Wednesday, golf went to Ben Guerin to finish up their tournament.
Thursday, volleyball is back at Claire Bates Arena with farming.
Friday Night Lights will feature the Pointers playing the Southside Mavericks at Blakemore Field. Show up, be loud, and be proud. Go Dogs. That's it for us. Now on to Jay, Kaz, and Ethan with next week's sports.
This is next week's sports. No football on Friday. Pointers have a bye week.
Volleyball starts off the week playing Greenbrier on Tuesday and finishes off the week on Thursday playing Greenwood.
The golf team has a match at Eagle Crest on Friday. Now on to AG and Cam for international sports.
I'm AG, and I'm Cam. Here are other sports going on right now. College football officially started this past weekend as Notre Dame crushes Navy 42-3 in the inaugural game of the season, held in Dublin, Ireland.
The FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2023 is taking place in the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia from August 25th and September 10th. Go USA.
On July 15th, Lionel Messi signed with MLS team Inter Miami. His 2-year, $150 million contract will keep him with the club through the 2025 season. This contract will also bring Messi's career earnings to $1.6 billion.
The World Championship for track and field also went down with the USA men's and women getting gold in the 4x100 relay.
Now we move on to weather with Brinley and Avery.
To start with some heavy news, there has been pretty extreme weather lately.
This year breaks the record of most excessive heat warnings. There were 12 issued, and that breaks the record from 2010 of just 5.
This summer, Canadian wildfires ran rampant, causing some of the smoke to filter into the U.S.
India experiences heat waves that lead to power outages and 170 dead. India's monsoons also lead to extreme flooding, leaving at least 100 dead.
Nearly 24 cities in China experienced flooding this month, displacing at least 20,000 people.
And of course you've heard of the Maui wildfire by now, leaving 115 confirmed dead and 850 still accounted for.
And while it may be hot here, we are lucky to have some pretty normal weather, so let's get to it.
On Friday, we're going to have a high of 90 and a low of 61.
And over the weekend, we'll have a high of 95 and a low of 61. The highs next week will be higher with a high of 97.
And the lows next week will be higher with a high of 74.
Welcome back to World News. For our first episode, we're going to give you a few big headlines from the summer just in case you missed them. In June, a hospital in Ukraine was destroyed by missiles launched by Russia.
Illinois became the first state in the United States to pass a law preventing book bans.
Erdogan wins the Turkish presidential election.
The former president of Brazil, Collor, was sentenced to prison for corruption.
After 130 years, Prince Harry became the first royal to testify in court.
A terrible train crash in India leaves 288 people deceased and 803 people injured.
After a plane crash, 4 children are found alive in the Amazon after 40 days.
The United Arab Emirates lifts visa ban on Lebanese citizens.
In July, the Taliban have ordered all hair and beauty salons in Afghanistan to shut down.
President Biden's loan forgiveness is blocked by the Supreme Court.
Ukraine receives cluster munitions from the U.S.
North Korea launches a ballistic missile after threatening the U.S.
China's economy experienced a growth of 6.3% in the second quarter.
Meta, the old Facebook, launches a new social media app to rival Twitter.
Elon Musk rebrands Twitter into X, the Everything app.
In the general news, in late June, National Geographic, the iconic yellow-framed magazine that has chronicled the natural world for more than 100 years, laid off its last remaining staff writers.
The layoffs were part of a wave of cuts from parent company Disney.
The good news, National Geographic, which had more than 1.7 million subscribers at the end of 2022, will continue to publish monthly issues.
Nat Geo's magazine spokesperson told CNN, "Staffing changes will not change our ability to do this work, but rather give us more flexibility to tell different stories and meet our audiences where they are across our many platforms," the spokesperson said. Any insinuation that the recent changes will negatively impact the magazines or the quality of our storytelling is simply incorrect.
Last week, the country began a decades-long process of releasing treated wastewater from the Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean.
The plant was wrecked in 2011 earthquake and tsunami, causing nuclear disaster for the past 12 years. Hundreds of underground tanks have stored roughly 1.34 million metric tons of contaminated water from the nuclear plant, and releasing the water into the oceans is considered the most feasible option.
It's become a major controversy in the region. South Korea and China, the biggest importers of Japanese seafood, have already banned fish imports from Fukushima.
Looking ahead, after the discharge begins, Japan plans to test seawater and fish near the plant, starting as early as next month, but disposing of all the water is expected to take between 30 and 40 years.
More in the world. Have you ever heard of WorldCoin?
WorldCoin is a project that involves giving away cryptocurrency in exchange for creating a unique digital ID by scanning your eyeballs, and it's received more than 2 million signups.
But it's not a big hit with government privacy watchdogs. Kenya recently suspended scans, while regulators in France, Germany, and the UK have put up probes.
Meanwhile, there are plans to let governments and businesses use WorldCoin's ID verification tech.
The project is not currently operating in the U.S. due to questionable legal status of crypto.
Recent news, Warner Brothers apologized for a Barbenheimer post.
The internet is so obsessed with mashing up the 2 big movies of summer that it helped boost ticket sales for both Barbie and Oppenheimer. But there's a place where people are not amused: Japan.
Japanese social media users expressed their displeasure with seeing their national tragedy as a part of a joke.
In response, the U.S. company issued an apology and deleted its post.
But Barbie isn't suffering. It is Warner Bros.' highest grossing domestic release ever. It earned more than $537 million, nudging out Christopher Nolan's Batman: The Dark Knight for the top spot.
In the health world, a pig kidney implanted into a human is still working after a month.
In a big step towards using animals to help ease the shortage of donated organs, the surgical team at NYU that transplanted a genetically modified pig kidney into a brain-dead human, with his family's consent of course, said it continues to function normally.
That's the longest an organ has worked inside a person, and it raises hopes that pig organs can one day help human patients in need of donations.
As of March, when the U.S. proposed revamping its organ donation system, more than 100,000 people were waiting for organs.
More medicine. A paralyzed woman was able to speak again thanks to AI.
Ann Johnson stopped being able to talk after suffering a severe stroke 18 years ago. But a new study in Nature revealed that she could speak again thanks to a brain implant and AI technology that allowed scientists to decode her brain signals and represent them as an avatar speaking words on a computer screen.
The triumph, a world first, raises the possibility that brain-computer interfaces and AI can work together to help people who've lost their speech capabilities regain verbal communication.
This week in culture,
Bradley Cooper's use of a prosthetic nose in portraying the composer Leonard Bernstein, who is Jewish, in an upcoming biopic, was criticized for playing into an anti-Semitic trope.
And that wraps it up for World News this week. Thanks for tuning in.
That is us for this week.
Since it's a new year, we'd like to explain exactly what a student sub is.
At the end of each episode, we'll put together a compilation of all pictures and videos you submit to our Instagram, at VBHS Pointer Pack News.
So be sure to send us some for the next week's episode. You have a lot of good ones for the summer.
We'll see you next week. Till then, wear your seatbelt, drink some water, and tell someone you love them.
Have a great Friday and a great weekend.
Yay! That was so good!
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Ridley!
Oh my dude, hold on, I'm gonna need to drink water.
It earned more than 500.
Oh, sorry, I was making a face.
Crap, dude, that was gonna be so good.
Reread that. Yeah.
I like this, but I want to be like,
Okay.
good morning.
I'm sorry.
You're good. Will end most COVID veteran.
Hopes. You can't last.
Okay, just say that's.
Yeah. Welcome to this.
Calm down.
Have a great Friday and a great weekend.
Yay! That was so good!